Welcome to the Holy Shhh Podcast. It's your boy ABE from DET.
It's your boy King Coach, man. What's good? Coach DTM in the building.
Chuck Jordan with a new mic. Yeah.
Chuck Jordan with a new mic, no more stat. And it's a roll mic too, man. Top of the line. WWE Smackdown is in the book. Morning after. It was a wild Friday night. Your boys didn't get to it late night, but here we are. Morning after, as always, promoted. Whatever. But anyway, comes down to the ring. Solo Sikoa. I say Solo Sikoa. That was a Samoan Mexican descent. Solo Sikoa. All right, but anyway, Solo comes down with J.C. Montel, not Jeff Cobb. So I got to get used to this new name. I knew it was coming. But anyway, JC and the United States champion Jacob Fatu. They come down to the ring. Solo gives a pretty good promo in my book, man. Lets people know that he's building, they're coming, and him and JC are the reason why Jacob still has the title. Jacob didn't like that. He looked like he was about to face off with them, but then out comes Coach's guy. the megastar, so to say. The guy who put the tingling in the loins, so they say. Pause, no Diddy. LA Knight. He comes down. It's basically all hell breaks loose, sets up stuff for later on in the evening. But Coach DTM, your thoughts on the opening of SmackDown?
So real quick, my man came from where I seen him before. I just can't remember where I seen him at.
He was at AEW for a little bit. He did a few matches, but he mostly was in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Okay.
And he's an Olympian.
And he's a real technical Olympian.
Okay. I like this, man. I like this. I like anytime Solo Sikoa give a good promo, man. I give him good kudos for that, man, because he came a long way. So I definitely like that. And then LA Knight, man, everybody know he would have been the champ if it wasn't for Drew McIntyre. You know what I'm saying? No, not Drew McIntyre. If it wasn't for Mink's homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Damian Priest messed up everything, little jive turkey. But yeah, I definitely it was a great start to SmackDown.
Definitely. Chuck Jordan, your thoughts on the opening of SmackDown?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know why. When Jacob finally snatched the mic, it's got to talking, and then Solo came out of nowhere with another mic and hit him with the before he can get to it. Yeah. I was like, oh, he really asking for an ass whooping. And he was like, no, do it like you used to. Say it. You remember that one thing you always used to do? He's like, I love you. He's like, no, say it like you used to say it. I was like, I don't know if y'all remember, I used to use the analogy of the cousin that was allowed to come to the cook-off, and you brought the one that didn't nobody want to come. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if y'all remember, a lot of times in them cook-offs, the first person to get their ass whooped was the person who brought the said cousin who wasn't supposed to come. Why? Because you irritated and aggravated them. You don't irritate and aggravate the one cousin that ain't supposed to be here. Now they gonna have your back as long as you don't fuck with them. But Solo, you crossing that thin line, and it's a thin line. You about to get your ass whooped. Dog walk,
so to say, man.
I actually can't wait to see that.
I think it's gonna be great. Hopefully, it's for the title or something. I don't know. We shall see. Shout out to a couple people out in the chat world. What up, though? Jamie Miranda Goss. What up? Shout out Matt the Duelist. Make sure y'all check them out. Society Podcast, Kayfabe. What up, though, man? Light Skin Gazing. Everybody in the house, man. Early morning, man. We gotta do this more.
Y'all up early, right? Y'all up early.
Wakey, eggs and bakey.
I thought we was early, but hey. It is what it is. Next up, triple threat Money in the Bank qualifier match between Alexa Bliss, Mi Chin, Incredible. Incredible. Chelsea Green, man. I cannot state this enough, man. Her with her crew in the back with the all black morning. She is priceless, man, and she is 1000% my new money in the bank. I hope she wins it. I had this other theory, but it's out the window. Chelsea Green is amazing. But anyway, she wasn't too amazing because she didn't get the win. Alexa Bliss is now in Money in the Bank. She gets the dub. It seemed necessary. She needed something. Everybody been asking, where is she? Hopefully, this is a push towards her doing something. And kayfabe over on Instagram / we never sleep over here. I see. Good morning or good night, however you want to call it. If you ain't... But Chuck Jordan, your thoughts on Alexa Bliss getting in Money in the Bank?
You know, when they announced this match and they said me Chin, I was like, oh, she not winning. It's like Chelsea. I was like, oh, she about to win this. Alexa. I was like, never mind. There's just certain names. It's like they carry a little extra weight. And I just couldn't see Chelsea getting past Alexa in this one, just because Alexa is just too big of a star right now. And every time she comes out, it's a pop. So I knew they was gonna put her over, but not mad at it. And I thought Chelsea was the workhorse in this match until the end, where Alexa, started hitting all her big moves and showing why she deserved to win. But Chelsea carried this match, right? Especially how they kept kicking her out the ring, and they would work. And she'd come back to kick her out the ring again. Chelsea, you can't say enough good things about her right now. And I know everybody was happy that Zelina got the belt, but hey, I think they need to put she needs to run for that championship for her second term as United States champion.
Agree, Coach.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Chuck, man. When I seen Alexa's name pop up, when I seen her in the ring, I said, "Oh, it's a wrap. We already know. Foregone conclusion. Who gonna win this one?" Which that's the part that I don't like. I don't like being able to tell who's gonna win and be right without seeing the match. That's the part I don't like. I wish we can fix that, but like you said, some names just hold weight, man. Which is cool, but overall, the match itself. How did I feel about this match, man? It was you could see a little bit of the ring rust, in my opinion. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, I agree with you.
What was her what's her finishing move?
Twisted Fate, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
Or Twisted Bliss, something like that.
the twisted
She
bliss
had that one
joint.
clean. It was the sister Abigail,
Oh, the Sister
DDT.
Abigail.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
You
one.
could tell
Yeah,
Chelsea was a little tall, so she couldn't
yeah.
really get her
yeah. She was trying to get that arm around
arm
and
around
get
her
the.
head.
I was like, oh, okay. But other than that, it was a decent match. I
Yeah.
don't know if I can say I wouldn't give it match of the night, nothing like that. But
No.
um, I'm gonna leave it at that. It was a decent match.
It is what it is. It got Alexa Bliss inside Money in the Bank. But next up, Ryan T need to be here for this one because his boys is actually on fire. Fraxium, after beating the tag team champions last week, they say, to hell with that. Let's make this more official. Let's go beat the number one contenders. And they did that. They beat DIY on SmackDown. This is a NXT call up that is actually getting a push. That's wild today. Who would have thought? But Fraxium gets the win. And afterwards, later on in the back, clearly are next up in line to face Montez and Dawkins for those tag team titles. Chuck Jordan, your thoughts on Fraxium making it to SmackDown and making it count?
They're dog walking the tag team right now, and
They are.
I'm not mad at it. I just wish they would have went to Raw, because I felt like Raw was the division that needed a push in the tag team division outside of the New Day. And who are they facing?
Right.
We don't know exactly. It could have been these guys. I'm not, like I said, I'm not mad at it. It was just the fact that I wish Fraction would have went to Raw, because I felt Raw needed a push in the tag team. And right now, these guys do beat a healthy Dawkins and Montez. It says a lot, the fact that NXT might be a better tag team division or a better place to grow your tag team, considering they dog walked your whole division.
They just basically did. Coach, your thoughts on Fraxium?
I am mad at it, bro. I am
Damn.
mad at it, and here's why I'm mad at it. For one, I don't think they should have went against the actual tag team champ for one, they're not healthy. So don't let them take the L. So we still gonna be stuck on that. So I'm biased about this match because I was already still pissed about that match. Uh, if I take my bias hat off, I feel like the match was a good match. DIY always put on a good match for some strange reason, man.
It was
Whoever they
great.
in the ring with, yeah, they put on a good match. So you can see a good match. I just don't like the storytelling of them running through everybody like that. Pause. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I know what
So
you mean.
I wasn't feeling that. I agree with Chuck as well on the whole. They should have been on the other brand. You know what I mean? Like this brand was doing well with everything that was going on already. Um, but maybe they gonna have them go to both brands at some
Maybe.
point.
Maybe. But yeah, I thought it was a solid showing for Axiom. It was a good match. Like you say, DIY, they always put on a good match. You had these two little flippy flips. It was great TV, man. Great TV. Next up, though, we get a no contest between him, Carmelo Hayes, and Aleister Black. The Miz comes out, interferes. But at the end, the Miz catches the Black Mass. Carmelo Hayes lays out Aleister Black, is standing tall. Look like they really focusing on Carmelo Hayes right now. I could feel the creativity starting to brew, but I don't see him getting the win over Aleister Black. But I enjoyed him just at least giving him a chance to put on a show and also tagging him up with the Miz. But Coach, your thoughts on there's no contest between Melo and Aleister Black.
I do like I like the role that the Miz is playing right now. Uh, maybe that's all him needed was was somebody in his corner to help him get to that next level like he is.
Right.
So yeah, WWE, good job, man. Get this man a push because he got the ego to get to where he need to get to, and
Right.
he got the skill set. Now he got somebody pushing him to get there as well. This could be something good.
It could be. Chuck Jordan, your thoughts.
Miz needs to retire from in-ring ability and become a full-time manager. Said it last week, I'm going to say it again. This guy has always been a great talker, and he's always been great at helping other people get over. It's time to go ahead and just, embrace that the next Paul Heyman lineup and really start getting guys over as the manager.
I'm
Not mad at this match. Not mad at the result. Aleister Black is, I don't know why, even just his entrance every time, I'm like, he's going to murder somebody. And I like that.
Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with it at all. Next up, though, after this, another Money in the Bank qualifying match. Solo Sikoa, Jimmy Uso, and
Big Jim, get it right.
Big Jim. Yeah, Big Jim. It slipped my mind there. And also Ray Phoenix. In the end, Solo Sikoa gets his hand raised and is headed to Money in the Bank. Chuck Jordan, did they make the right decision with Solo getting the dub?
Of course they did. They got to.
Yeah. No Big Jim. You don't think he would have been a?
I started to honestly believe, but then I thought about WrestleMania and I was like, I don't want to see that again. But I was, if they never had the brother fight, this would have been great to have Jim win the briefcase and turn on his brother and take it and you know what I'm saying. But I was like, no, but I'm saying if they never had the WrestleMania,
Yeah, if they never
bull
had
crap,
Oh,
I would have like this would have been great to have Big Jim turn on Jay and be like, well, I just have to win. It's not about turning on you. It's the fact that you got something I want, and I deserve this myself. But like I said, because of the WrestleMania debacle, I'm like, I'm happy they went with Solo because that would have been horrible. But when I'm just saying, creatively, my brain was like, if they never had that match and we never would have saw that bull crap, this would have been a good way to have the brothers division win. That's it.
Bad.
Coach,
Coach, your thoughts.
that's it. Yeah, I couldn't see Big Jim getting it, man. Even though I feel like he needs something. I just don't know what it is that he's missing. And if anybody can think of it, just let me know what he needs. But Solo, Sokolo. I
Sokolo.
don't know. So Solo Sokolo, man. I mean, it could make a good storyline, especially if he be the one to go for a lesser belt, like Jacob belt, something to that sort.
Yeah.
You know, just to show, like, look, I'm still your tribal chief. I'm not the tribal chief, but I'm still your tribal chief, and I want this belt.
Let
Makes
me
sense.
ask you a question. If you Jim, you going for that 5-2 belt?
You said Jimmy? Mm, I don't know what belt Jimmy should go for.
No, I'm
Let
saying if
him.
you was Jim
Let Jimmy be the 24/7 champ.
Yeah,
or Speed. No,
let
he
Jim.
not fast. He not
Let
fast.
He
Jim
not
go against
fast.
him.
I was gonna say speed, but I was like, hell no. That
He
nigga
not fast
slow.
enough.
Oh yeah,
That nigga slow.
yeah.
You know
No,
what
he
he should
get the
do?
slow
He
motion.
should go down to NXT and try to take on the ruler.
Yeah, that boy slow. He's so
Yeah.
slow when he got his DUI, he was going below the speed limit. That's why he got pulled over.
God damn.
That's an uncle joke.
But yeah,
Yeah,
that was a good
that's it.
segment. Next up, after that, it leads into a big melee. Nick Aldis comes down, and basically we get the debut of Jeff Cobb. JC Mateo versus the megastar LA Knight. And LA Knight, like the good jobber he is, puts the new talent over, and JC gets the win over a megastar. Coach, how does that make you feel with this new guy just coming, smacking up your guy and getting the 1, 2, 3?
Man, sometimes it's hard to be out here and help other people be great. You know what I'm saying? So for him to sacrifice what some may see as a loss, it's actually a gain for him, man. You know what I mean? Because he's helping this young man, find his footing in the WWE. That's the type of megastar he is.
Yeah.
That's just what you get when you get an LA Knight. You
Okay.
get somebody who's willing to put his life and his beliefs aside to help those who want to come up and be something better.
Oh, okay.
It gets no better than this, man.
I wonder if the Brooklyn Brawler felt that way as well, but I don't know. Chuck Jordan, your thoughts on JC Mateo, aka Jeff Cobb, getting the win over LA Knight?
This went the way it needed to go. This went the way it had to go.
Yeah.
This went perfectly. JC shows that he's solidified, and I don't remember who he was fighting, but hey, whoever that guy was, you're ready to join James Ellsworth with the no chin music,
No chin music.
which means we're ready to forget about you.
Whoa,
Oh, damn.
no.
Damn.
And by the way, I do want to throw out one thing because we earlier. I kept saying I thought, this has nothing to do with this match. I kept saying that I really enjoyed Julia and Roxanne tagging, but Julia said that there is no we, and she proved it tonight because she's now on SmackDown.
But when it comes, just to go back to it before we can't just let Chuck leave off of that. You can't leave like that.
Yes,
Chuck.
we can.
Listen,
Let's
can't
just walk
leave
away.
like that. Chuck. No, we can't just walk away.
No, we can walk away.
This was JC had to win.
Yeah, I just said that.
It's not that he won because he was better. He had to win. Think about it. When
no, he is better though.
When you coming through and he's supposed to be now the new quote unquote enforcer for Sokola, then
yeah.
then you can't take a L. And who's better to make you look like an enforcer than somebody great as LA Knight that you're going against?
I don't know, considering Aleister Black had the Miz. There's guys in the catering that they could have took this role, but LA Knight was like, "Hey, I'm the best jobber for the job."
Jobber,
and he showed it that he was the best jobber for the job.
Damn.
Like I said, we could just move on now. Hey,
damn, he should have moved on there. Damn. Main event time. We got Tiffany Stratton getting the win over Nia Jax in a kind of sloppy main event, but it stayed entertaining. They did what they were supposed to do. She gets the win, stands tall. I don't like how Nia Jax was the first person to kick out of a prettiest moonsault. I didn't like that, but it happened. It is what it is. Chuck Jordan, your thoughts on the main event?
Who was the one guy? Tessator? Is that his name?
Joe Tessitore.
Joe Testicles.
Bro. He was pissing me off with this match. He was like instant classic. I'm like, huh? He's like, we've never seen this. Huh? First and foremost, this is not a shot. I think she's beautiful. She's lovely. But she's the biggest woman on the roster. She should be able to kick out of a fucking from a regular moonsault. And then Tiffy literally pulled her off the rope and had her drop all that on her.
Right.
And Tiffy just with the, and I was like, oh, see, when we was talking about that, I was like, I miss when wrestlers was just out of nowhere just put the foot up or grab the rope at the last second. Just, I refuse to give up, but I don't have enough strength to kick out. I thought they did drew back on that one. Was it an instant classic? Hell no. But was it a solid match? Hell no.
It was solid.
But did it do what it had to do? Yes.
Facts.
And I even like the fact that because it's morning after, I was able to see her Instagram, and I didn't understand heels. Like, you're winning. You just sat on her. Do your finisher again and pull her away from the rope and do it again and get the dub. Why are you grabbing a belt, deciding to grab the chair, decide to get back in the ring? You're doing all this time. She's now back up. She kicks the chair back in your head. And what I was saying about the Instagram is Nia had this big old gash on her head from the chair. And I'm like, that was your fault. Or as my granny used to do, or used to say to me, RIP, you did it.
You did it. Chuck, I mean, going to Coach DTM, your thoughts on Nia Jax taking the L versus Tiffany Stratton?
It made Tiffany look a little stronger than, I want her to work on her wardrobe. I don't know if she's getting bigger up top, and now everything just keep moving around. She got to keep fixing it throughout the matches and things like that. I don't know, something going on there with the wardrobe, but
I thought she looked nice tonight.
No, I'm not saying she didn't look nice. I'm just saying it has to sit differently. You know what I'm saying? Because she keep having to fix. I don't know if y'all peeped that. Did y'all peep that or just me?
Yeah, I peeped it.
She always does that though. She's top heavy.
Yeah, so adjust that, fix it.
Right.
There's things for that.
No, she wants the girls to sit out, but unfortunately, the girls sitting out and she's doing all these moves, they're falling out. She has to put them back in.
Right.
Yeah,
just like one outfit she had. I remember when she fell on the outside, it looked like the bottom boob was about to fall out. I'm like, good thing she got the little whatever the thing is underneath. But I'm like, geez, please, like you. I'm like, you just worried about how you look. You ain't really worried about if they position well.
Right.
We've seen girls in the past when they not positioned well. They'll fall out, Tiffy. Yeah. They will fall out, and you'll be off TV for a minute because they'll think it like Janet Jackson at the Super Bowl. It was all your fault.
Yeah. The whole chair thing, that was a little extra. Stupid. I don't even think she needed it. She didn't even need. I thought she wanted to just sit down for a minute. I didn't know she was gonna try and take it in the ring. But yeah, the match was. I don't know if it was a main event match. Maybe if it was a opener, we could have gave it a little more kudos, somewhat. But a main event match should have a little bit more, visuality to life and something to make you remember afterwards. This
the
one
most
of the most
exciting thing was Naomi came out.
Yeah, I mean, no, yeah. Actually not. So if it would have been like some kind of disqualification, or if it would have been like anything to the sort where we can say, they trying to do their bloodline going thing, but to just come out and then it doesn't go your way, it doesn't really. It just didn't sit right, though. I still think that should have been an opener instead of a main event.
It definitely should have been.
Definitely. Well, you're already in the box, coach. On a scale of 1 to 10, what you giving SmackDown tonight?
Let me see, man. I don't think I ever had to go first on this. I'm gonna give it probably a let's stick at a 7 because it didn't suck. It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad at all. It wasn't bad
bad.
at
I
all.
give it a 7.
I'm around the same thing. I thought it was a decent show. I actually liked it. I gave it like a high 8.5. I thought it was a good show. I like Jeff Cobb being debuted perfectly. I like the dissension starting to happen between Solo and Jacob. Main event could have been a little better, but I also like Carmelo getting a little push, you know. Alexa Bliss back. I mean, it was a solid show. Chuck Jordan, scale of 1 to 10.
I said I was putting it on the 5th.
A 5.
Oh my.
Damn, that's disrespectful. This was a good show, man. It was solid.
Hey, I'm grading them SmackDown on the SmackDown level. I've seen better SmackDowns.
Shout out to Jim Slender over on Instagram. He's saying it was aight at best.
I gave it a 5. I'm putting it on the 5th.
Okay. Man, you say so, man. You say so, man.
I did think the first half of the card was better than the last hour, which was bad for me.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Shout out Briar Football. How are you doing? We're doing great. Got a big day today. We're filming in the studio in a few hours. And then later on tonight, you can catch us live on our TikTok. We will be doing the SCW No Forgiveness pay-per-view color commentary live on the Holy Shhh Podcast TikTok tonight. Make sure y'all check that out. Don't miss it. And make sure you subscribe to Superior Championship Wrestling. Big things coming between them and the Holy Shhh Podcast very, very soon. Solo 619. He's saying solid SmackDown with 6 matches. I'll give it a 7.5. Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. Wasn't bad.
They don't want a little puppy. They want a big dog.
They want a big dog. Shout out Miinx Mayhem over in the chat over on Instagram. But yeah, next time you will see us will be tomorrow. We have a very special guest edition, as tonight is the live SCW event. And tomorrow, our special guest will be a ton of SCW wrestlers, some behind the scenes footage of what happens tonight. So make sure y'all check that out tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, exclusively on YouTube. But till then, it's your boy AB from DET.
It's your coach, Coach DTM, man.
And my name is Chuck Jordan.
You guys have been tuning in to the WWE Smackdown post show by the Holy Shhh Podcast. Peace.